From as early as 2, when I was found in my neighbor's workshop after escaping from my crib, I've had a hammer and a saw in both hands. I graduated in '96 from trade school at Camosun, and I've been building homes ever since. Shortly after graduating trade school, I was given the opportunity to go to Guatemala in Central America to help rebuild an orphanage. My experience in Guatemala was life-changing. Building for the children that didn't have homes was an eye-opener and a challenge that has changed my career. At Falcon Heights Contracting, we generalize in custom home building with an emphasis on energy-efficient homes. We generally have a timber accent to our projects, with timber framing being a part of my earlier career. We generally are doing custom homes, but we have great experience in commercial as well as smaller renovations. It's really important at Falcon Heights, from the early stages of design, working with the client to work through the Built Green checklist and to provide the most energy efficient home affordable to the budget of the client. Every home is different, so therefore every level of energy efficiency needs to be taken into effect at the early stages. It's important when sourcing our materials that we are using sustainably harvested materials as well as energy efficient as well. So it's a fine line between finding beautiful timbers and milling and sourcing them in a manner that is sustainable.
I started working with Falcon Heights about two and a half years ago. It was on a custom home build, and we were fortunate enough to have Dave actually join the team a little bit later on in the process. If a homeowner is looking for a builder, I would say that Dave McKenzie with Falcon Heights has a level of skill and professionalism that is beyond most that I've ever worked with.
Our budgeting process starts with a preliminary budget when we first meet a homeowner. Once we have worked through all of their choices and permitting and engineering have been issued, then we provide a working budget, which is probably one of the most absolutely important parts of our business. We pride ourselves in incredibly accurate budgeting, along with time schedule. Being active, the active builder and journeyman carpenter on the projects, we're able to facilitate very timely builds and stick to our schedules, if not surpass them.
Our home building project with Dave McKenzie was amazing. He was absolutely honest. He was on time. Every one of the tradespeople who came up to work here for Dave was always astounded at how on schedule he was. We put him under some really quick time constraints. My husband Peter was adamant that we were going to be in the house by Christmas, and we only demolished the little old house at the beginning of May. So poor Dave had 7 months to build a house that ended up winning all kinds of awards in a very, very short time frame. And the neighbors all loved him. They ended up hiring him to do little projects for themselves as well. So he certainly got along well with everyone in the neighborhood.
It's very important for us to have an open communication with our client. Complete transparency is important, very important to us. Decision making, we give an accurate schedule upon important decisions that need to be made. At the end of a project, having a client be more than happy with their home, being ecstatic is what we shoot for. Having them tell all of their friends and be basically lifelong friends after a project, that is our goal. Just satisfying is not enough for us, but having our clients have their dream home built and be happy about the entire experience is our #1 goal.